It's that time again. That's right. We'd like some feedback from you, the viewers. Couple things I'd like to find out about. Number one, questions for the guys and girls at the Gamers Table. Send them in to thegamerstable@hotmail.com, and we will compile a list of the top 10, 15 or so, and we will answer them on our end of the year, last of the season episode. So that'll come sometime in December. So you got lots of time to send in your question. Questions about anything. We don't care what it is. Send in your questions. The top 10 will make it. You could start a campaign with your friends to get a really stupid question in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, other things we have going on. Coming up, we have our anniversary show that's coming up in October, I believe. Early October. I'll have to check the date. It'll be right here. Bing! And for that one, we want, hey, you remember this from last time? We want your favorite moments. So you have until September 30th. I'll make the date for sure. I think it's September 30th to get in your favorite moment from the Gamers Table. That's all 4 seasons of the Gamers Table, including the Gamers Table Independent Edition, which is wrapping up its 2nd season in December of this year. And we will compile the top 10 of those and show you the top 10 favorite moments as voted by you, and we'll show our favorite moments from the last few years of the shows. And we will draw a couple lucky names, and they will win prize packs from the Gamers Table. That's right. Games and other paraphernalia, buttons, magnets, that sort of thing, sign stuff. It'd be all cool. So you want to do that. So get ready and send in your favorite moment. It means you're going to have to go back probably and watch some of the shows. It's kind of nice if you go back on YouTube to the user FBN Dude. That's the channel for the Gamers Table. Don't ask me to explain why that's the title of it. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Independent Season 1, all of them are playlists, so you can just click it and you watch all the way through. And what we want you to do is say the show that your favorite moment is in and roughly the time where that moment appears at. So we look forward to seeing your entries and showing you some interesting stuff. Now there's one more thing coming up. You're not really going to have a lot of interaction in this, but you know it's coming. We do it every year. Our Halloween episode is coming up. What game would you guys like us to do for the Halloween episode? It should be something sort of with a Halloween or a scary kind of theme, instead of a monster type game. You've seen some of the ones we've done in the past. You've seen the kind of shows we've done in the past. So let us know what we can do. Hello and welcome to the Gamers Table Independent Edition. It is Friday, and we're reviewing the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're reviewing 3 games anyways. You might be able to decide which is which. We've got Red versus Blue. We've got I Spy Poker Coaster Game. And we've got Grablin. Answer the 3 questions on the coaster by making a valid 5-card poker hand from any playing cards on the coaster that touch, including diagonal corners. Cards do not have to be in the same row, column, or diagonal fashion. They just have to touch. There you go. That's your objective.
Coasters.
Oh, by the way, do it
Made
on
of
your
cardboard.
own.
Thin cardboard.
It's a solo game. And it's not really a game.
This is a good time waster if you like word searches. Like on this particular card, you're looking for the best 5-card poker hand. 3 full houses with no clubs, and 5 flushes with all cards being odd. And if you get stuck, they show you the website and the code that you can enter in to find the answers for. It's a bit of a word search. You're trying to find a combination of 5 cards that meets the different criteria. So particularly on this card, you want 4 full houses with no hearts, 5 flushes with a high card being even, and then the best 5 card poker hand.
It's really not that big of a card, though. I can't see it being that hard to find what's on there. But once you've found everything, that's what's here.
It really
That's it.
seems like it is mostly trying to drive people to go to their website and play the game on there, where you can play the same games, but you'll actually can tick off with your, click off, there's a card, there's a card, there's a card, there's a card, and see it, where there's no way to mark it off here. And if you mark it off for one, you can't mark it off for the other two, unless you're using different colored highlighters or something. Chris has a much better opinion of this than I do, because it's like, well, there's the 3 questions. That's wonderful, and now that I've used them up, this card is completely useless. Yeah. And yeah, it's not a good coaster. It's too thin. It's not going to soak anything up. It's like,
you don't really want it to soak it up, either. But still,
had I paid the amount of money that it cost to buy this, and that's all I got in the box, I would be returning it. I'm not going to pay that much money for 12 cards.
Right. It's a bit of a word search, so it's a card search. But it uses the same sort of skills as you would in a word search. And their coaster size, it's a neat concept. It's a solitaire game, much like Solitaire or Sudoku or Rush Hour, for that matter. For what it is, it's not bad. But like, if you're buying this expecting a game that you play with your friends, you're going to be disappointed. But if you like word searches, it's just something to do. Like if you're at the doctor's office wasting time.
Wrapping up for I Spy Poker Coaster Game. The theme, you're fine. It's like Chris says, it's a word search only with poker cards and all sorts of different things to it. It's got a good variety of them. I'll give you that, because each card has 3, so there's
that's not too bad.
36 different puzzles that you can do. But on the downside, as I said, once you've done them once, and yeah, you think replayability, but I generally, if I start doing it, I'll remember, it was up there and it was down there, and enough hints to myself that I'll remember it. I give I Spy Poker Coaster Game a 4.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, like if it is meant to be coasters or something, and just a time waster, like a tabletop thing, friends come over or something like that, and they're bored of sitting at your place and they want something else to do.
I don't enjoy your company. Is there anything else for me to do in this
then
place?
Maybe I'll look at this stuff. I don't know, and I'll fidget or something while he's in the washroom or something. I don't know, whatever.
You'll play backgammon on your phone.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I wouldn't play this most of the time. Like, once you figure out a puzzle, you're going to figure it out again pretty quickly. Oh, I remember that. Okay, it's over there. That's done. I Spy something I wouldn't buy. You can if you want to, but really, if you want to buy them for the coasters and a curiosity, just something to peruse when you're sitting there having a beer, watching a game, and you're bored, or it's a commercial or something, or you're at a bar and peeling your label, or maybe you want to read these or try these instead, or peeling your label if you're that bored. I just can't give it much more than a 3.5 myself.
Oh, pretty harsh. Yeah, if you're going to the games crouch or looking for a game to play with your friends, this will be disappointing. If you know what you're getting when you go ahead, like, it's not bad. I certainly wouldn't buy this for myself, but I give I Spy Poker a 5. I was thinking about giving it a 6, yes. But there's not really a game, so it's losing that whole... There's no douchebaggery in this game.
No. Well, yeah, somebody could go over and ink out a couple of the cards. You're not looking, so you can't see it.
Oh, dude, you're a douche. You ruined it.
That's a 7.
Have you ever had a game where you take 3 dice out of a cup and you roll them and you get either fists or skulls or treasures?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, or something starts with a Z or a Z.
Well, it depends if you're American or Canadian, I guess.
Yeah. Like zombie dice. Don't have zombie dice. Grablin.
Hey, we've got zombie dice. It's not zombie dice. It's Grablin.
It's custom. It's all custom dice, which you get extra points for me for that because I like custom dice. And we have 1 fist, 2 skulls, and 3 treasure chests on each one. And the object of the game, to win, you have to get 5 treasures. The drawback of the game is that to claim a treasure, you take one of the dice out of the pool. Now there's less for the next person to roll. And if more than 2 people play this game, you can get to where there isn't 3 dice left for you to take out of the bag to roll.
This game needs tokens.
Yes.
I like the idea of this game. Roll 3 dice, see what you get, press your luck, or stop. I like that.
You roll your 3 dice, and you separate them into the types. I got fists, I got 1 skull, and I think so I get to roll 3 more dice. Okay, I got another one of those. I got 2 skulls. Wow, I got 2 of everything. Now, if I get 3 skulls, everything is gone. If I get 3 fists and somebody else has treasures, I can steal a treasure from them. If I get 3 treasures, I keep 1 of those dice and put the rest back at the end of my rolling. So right now, I got 2 of everything.
You're going to burn.
Probably. Yeah,
Oh.
4 skulls. So even though I got 3 chests, all of it goes back, and the next person takes their turn.
You go ahead.
Oh, that's a good roll. But I'm going to press my luck.
2 chests and a fist.
Because that's what I'm like.
Yep.
Oh, I got
3
2 skulls
chests.
there.
But he got 3
Yeah,
chests.
they got
You
3
could have
chests.
a treasure if you stop
You
now.
can stop right now if you want
But
to.
that's not me.
I know.
Can't stop. Can't stop.
Oh, he got 2 free.
So now I got 2 treasures. Now,
He's got 2
you know
treasures.
what? I'm going to stop. And that would be a good turn.
Yeah.
That would be a very good turn.
But if I rolled again, let's just see.
Yeah, 3
3
skulls.
skulls, yeah.
Oh,
Burn.
So I stopped at the good one there.
burn.
That's it.
That's the
Yeah,
game.
that's the
It's
problem though.
fun.
Like when you run out of the dice, you need 3 fists to steal.
Yeah.
And if a couple people have an equal number of treasures, then
You've only
there's
got
not
2
enough
dice
dice
left,
to
yeah.
steal. It's like you're at a stalemate there.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. This
Tie.
needs the addition of like
Tokens.
15 winks thrown into the box so that people could do it. So wrapping up for Grablin. Theme. There is no theme. It's a zombie dice knockoff, and there's no 2 ways around it. That's what it is. Easy to play. Really easy. Roll your 3 dice. Look at the symbols. Compare them. You either got something or you didn't. Press your luck. Come on. You know you want to roll one more time. Fun to play. Again, yeah, because it's quick and you're rolling and you build up that big treasure and then you lose it all and everyone, good job. No, I rolled the dice out. And then you do it anyway. And remember how I was talking way back in that Last Night on Earth game about how people do things that are just stupid? You got 3 treasures. You know, if I take that, I got a treasure. I'm closer to winning. I got 2 skulls there. Don't roll the dice again, man. Oh, you rolled them again. 4 skulls. You're out. But you gotta roll them again.
Gotta take the chance.
So
Go ahead, push it
quickie
on.
filler, zombie dice clone, yeah, but not as good as. I give Grablin a 7.
It's a quick thing to fool around with, but really not that exciting or that interesting. And the fact that you can end up in a tie, well, I guess you can just play a certain number of games and then overall score or something. That's probably the best way to do it or something like that. But if you just go by 1 game, we tied, we can't steal, so there's no clear winner or anything like that.
What do you mean you can't steal?
Boring.
You can steal with the 3 fists.
If you don't get enough dice to roll 3 fists.
Oh.
It's really not that much to it. You roll 3 dice. If you get a match, like 3 of a kind, you can take, at least the treasure anyway. If you get 3 treasure, you can take one of those treasure and roll 3 more dice. No, or actually, I think you keep going. But anyway, you could end up in a tie and, not have enough dice left over to steal a die from someone else. So you're kind of stuck in a stalemate. But it really, even then, is it's a quick game. There's really not much to it. It's kind of a copy of another game. So I can't give it that much of a score because of lack of originality. As far as replayability, it's just a quick time waster. All right, we're waiting for Buddy to arrive. All right, there's not much to it. I'm just going to give it a, 4.5. Kind of boring.
I like the press your luck aspect of games. Yes,
I'd
it's
play
a
Can't Stop now.
zombie dice knockoff, which that's unfortunate. Too bad you couldn't come up with something more original, but it is fun. I do enjoy that. Now, where I have a problem with this game is if you're playing it with 3 or more people, you can run into the situation where, all right, I want to roll 3 more dice. Well, there is no more dice. What do you mean there's no more dice? Well, everyone's holding the dice as treasure. Well, that's a problem with the game. You need some sort of token. You know what? You could use the red versus blue yellow hexes as your treasure tokens. There you go. Problem solved. But yeah, it's fun. I do enjoy it, Grablin. I gave it a 6.5, but without some sort of tokens or some way to keep track of what treasure you have other than holding on to one of the dice, which there is not enough dice to make the game playable. So you need some sort of tokens for it. But there is no talk about tokens in here. You gotta rate the game on what they supply, and without something to keep track of your treasure other than the dice, which there's a finite number of them, the game gets to a point where it can be unplayable, which is unfortunate. I have to drop it down to a 5.5.
Okay. Moving on. We had the goodish. We had the baddish.
Here we get them. What the?
Anyone care to read the rules?
Oh, please. Please.
Oh, we all wanted to read. I want to read the rules.
I'll read.
It's not even a game we should be reviewing because you can't buy it because it's... I mean, after we got it and we saw how bad it was, he looked up on the GameCrafter website to see if he could find more information or updated rules, and it's not even there.
2 players pick up 1 pin joystick.
I don't know why it takes 2 people to pick this up, but it says 2 players should pick up the one thing, and I hold it forever because it never tells you to put it down.
Put the 30 hexagons on the table. 15 red and 15 blue.
15 red and 15 blue, no. Well, there are 15. There are 30 with blue on one side, red on the other side. So you could get the 15 and 15. Now, notice I didn't say anything about the yellows. A little diagram of how, a basic example of how to set up this board would have been good.
How to win. Roll the dice and move the number of dice.
No, that's how to play. And it isn't even really how to play, because both of us are still holding on to the one pawn that you told us to pick up at the start.
And move a number of spaces on the board to take a point of enemy you needed to step on and twice the hexagon.
So, to take a point of enemy, I need to step on the enemy. So I'm supposed to step on the other guy who's playing it with me? Is that what you're saying? And twice the hexagon. Okay, well, that means I need 2 hexagons to take a hexagon. I need twice the hexagon and to step on the guy who's playing against me. So I reach across the table and step on his toe or something. I stepped on the guy who's playing me, and then I got twice the hexagon.
To win a yellow place, step on the yellow hexagon and put a blue-red marker.
So there's a blue/red marker. I can figure that out. To step on the yellow hexagon, so I take it off the table and I put it on the floor and step on it. So I've won it, and then I put a blue-red marker. I know there are younger kids watching, so I'm trying to keep this as clean as possible, but it doesn't tell me where I'm supposed to put this. If I'm playing against the guy who made this game, I've got a really good suggestion as to where you can put this.
Position to start. You decide, but you needed learn to make your initial position is a rule.
That is a bunch of words in English, and they are following one after the other, but that wasn't an intelligible sentence. That was gibberish.
The red and blue are separated by yellow and are 100% connected.
How can they be 100% connected if they're separated by the yellow? They're not connected. Or do you mean connected to themselves?
Tip, always dominate the yellow because it will stay in the enemy attack and will try reconquer them.
What? So the yellow ones are all of a sudden going to become on my side and start attacking the enemy. Well, I guess it's a good reason to throw them on the floor and step on them then if they're going to jump off the table and attack people.
And this is the time to attack other parts of the field.
Field? Field? What field? Are we growing barley? We're in a field now? What? I thought what the fuck are you talking about it?
Included poker cards to make your custom cards?
No, there are no poker cards included to make any custom cards at all.
Using the charter +1.
The charter +1? You mean the hexagon with the +1 symbol on it? Because I don't know what a charter is.
If you're stepping in this charter, you walk more. Step 1.
Okay, are you talking about the kind of charter that the cow leaves behind it as it's walking through the field? Because I'm feeling like when you get to the fact of trying to deal with this game, you're stepping in some charter, that's for sure.
If the charter enemy it for you, no play for a round.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
The double card, red-blue card, you can capture with a token.
So. Ha! Captured! Because I used a token. I'm awesome.
We tried to figure
And
this
spelling.
game out.
Now,
We even tried to find it on the GameCrafter website.
yes, it's not for sale on the GameCrafter website. I don't blame you! This is an utter piece of garbage. Seriously, if I didn't have to take a picture of this right now, you know what'd be happening. Don't you? And I know there are some people now who are trembling in their boots because of last time I did it.
Well,
It's just incredibly bad, okay? If you don't understand English as your first language, get someone who does to help you with your manual. Because you know I've told you time and time again, the rule book is everything. Because we start off with the very first thing, put the 30 hexagons on the table. There are many, many more than 30. There are 30 red on one side, blue on the other side hexagons, not including the special blue/red hexagons, or the yellow hexagons, or the +1 hexagons, which never is explained how to lay any of them out. Apparently those are charters, not hexagons.
I feel a meltdown coming on.
I cannot... We don't have enough time
Where's his
on
meds?
the camera. Not enough time on the camera to go through all the things that are wrong with this. This is like the other one. You cannot med... Horribly, horribly horrible.
Yeah. Well, I just don't get it. Like, tokens everywhere. Sense, nowhere to be found. Oh boy, I don't know. Position is a rule. That makes no sense. And spell check is everywhere, even on your phones. This doesn't make any sense.
Maybe that's it. They typed this whole thing on their phone, and their phone kept auto-correcting everything, and that's why it's all gibberish.
Yeah, it's possible, but
I don't think so.
I'm trying to save him. I'm trying.
You're not trying to save. You're trying to dig the hole deeper.
That's true.
It just doesn't make any sense that something could be this bad. I'm sorry.
Even when you're guessing at it, like there might be a game in there somewhere. If you go by the rules, you can somewhat guess kind of how it might be played. But even if you get that far and you're wanting to actually go through it and play this game, there is no end to the game according to the rules. It's just you're moving around on this hex grid that you've made, and you're rolling the dice, and you're somehow capturing them when you step on them. But at no point is there an end to the game according to the rules.
So wrapping up for red versus blue. The tokens are nice, except for the fact that it seems like you left some of the red outline borders that you're supposed to delete before you send into the GameCrafter for cutting on them, so they're all on there. Like you can see it really on the yellow ones. There shouldn't be those red lines there. There's lots of tokens there. That's great. There's many more than you need and required by the rule book. Apparently, you're supposed to put 30 out, only red and blue, and then it says to capture a yellow one, but never explains how the yellow ones get there.
Other than that, they're between the red and the blue.
Yeah, and we have some little tokens, Roman numeral ones, H's, maybe they're little horses or centaurs, depending on your imagination. I don't know. That control the yellow squares if you're ever able to take a yellow square, though we don't know how you take a yellow square. Apparently you have to step on it twice.
Maybe.
I don't know how you would step on it twice because, well, then couldn't I just go, I stepped on it twice, give me it. So yeah, even setting up this game is an exercise in pain. Now I know how Ken felt when we were playing around in the other one. Easy to play? No, because from
You can't figure out how to play.
From rule go step on custom with 1 + 2 makes yellow and then get some. What? So yeah. Remember King Kong? This hasn't even got parts as good as King Kong. There's not even an ape that you can like. I ape King Kong to nothing. I give red versus blue a 0.5.
0.5.
0.5. No, I wouldn't give it less than find the point. But okay, for rulebook is terrible, plain and simple. It makes no sense whatsoever. These chips, if they're supposed to be the game board, you're putting them together. All it takes is a sneeze and you ruin the board. These little pieces, everything here. Push the button.
Not the only one that can derail.
Everything you just be so easily lost. These pieces are too small, and they, if it's a portable game, at least make the tokens or the player pieces here a little heavier or something like that, so they're not going to blow away with a sneeze or something like that. It's just no. This isn't the way to do a game. This is just the opposite. So I got to give it. I can't give it less than Find the Porn, because that was just a tasteless game to begin with, whether it made sense or not.
Oh, its rulebook was pretty broken too.
Yeah, its rulebook was
not
broken.
As bad as this
but
one.
No, but this, yeah, well, boy, yeah, just for being so broken and unplayable. I hate to give it less than Find the Porn, but all you have to do is read it back once to know that there is nothing in here that makes sense. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but it's just a wasted time on your part. Try again. I got nothing to say except 0.5. Thanks for the die.
Yeah.
And that possible aneurysm from reading your rules.
In the bag.
No, that's from Grablin.
Well, this is not really a
Thanks for the die.
game, because there's a beginning that tells you kind of how to set up roughly, but there is no end to this game.
Roughly.
There is no.
Put the redwood.
Well, when you
Lots
set
of
up the
stuff to
game, it
step
says
on.
one side is blue, the other side is red. You put the yellow in the middle. Now, does that mean you have customizable
And
abilities
shake it all
that
about.
you can put your side however you want, so it makes it harder for the kid to capture your stuff? Like the gameplay itself, you roll the dice and move the pawn, and you capture them somehow. But none of this is explained, so it's not really a game. Well, certainly not. You could set up, move your things around the board, and get points, but the points don't matter because there's no end to the game according to the rules, even if you're guessing. This is a game in progress at best. Right. I gave red versus blue a 0.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table Independent Edition. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Probably the end for that guy's dream, too.
Well, like I said, it's not actually available on the store.
Well,
Now, I want to just reiterate that to everyone who was wondering, who doesn't know. The rule on the Gamers Table Independent Edition is generally we do not review the game if it cannot be purchased somewhere.
We couldn't find this game on
No,
the
this game is not on the
website.
Game Crafters website. I don't blame them. I think they should probably grab Thelma and Louise, get into the car, and start driving away as fast as they can before the townsfolk get their pitchforks and torches and come after them. Yes, I'm mixing metaphors. I still make more sense than their frickin' rule book.
Yeah, anybody who would buy this game would probably respond positively to any king from Nigeria or whatever message, those emails or something. Suckers. I'm sorry.
So, if you like this episode of the show, definitely click the like button down below. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, subscribe and you get more entertaining shows. Probably not all as entertaining as this one. I know you guys have been waiting. Everybody likes when we really don't like a game, and we really didn't like this game. But you can connect with us on Twitter, you can connect with us on Facebook, or you can send us an email at thegamerstable@hotmail.com, or you can go to www.thegamerstable.info and watch all of our episodes there, or you can even go to the shop section and buy some of these cool fridge magnets and buttons.
Yeah! Some games you don't want them to end because you're having fun. This game is not one of those games. I keep calling it a game, but it's not even a game. It might be, someday it might be a game. Like, someone could possibly make a game out of all these pieces. This does not explain a thing. This is that useful. It's not. So I'm going to move on.
I got this game now. So, okay. First of all, we arranged the red and blue, so they must be 100% connected. But we want the yellow between them, but they can't because they're 100% connected. And now, okay, I step on my enemy's foot while I'm holding up the joystick. And they're both holding on to that. We're both holding on to it. Here, grab it. Grab the other side. Okay? Good. You got that. Now I'm stepping on your toe while I do that. Okay, now I'm going to capture a red one. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm taking the red one. Okay, and then I want to capture a yellow one. So I got to take that, throw it on the floor, and step on it. And then I've captured that. Okay, good. Now, and the red, I got a red, blue, and I captured the other two. Captured it. Okay, awesome. I'm doing good at this game. But what the fuck?
That's all I need to read is position is a rule. What?
Yeah, I think it's He-Man calling. Yeah, there we are.
Okay. He-Man's calling. He-Man called. He left.
He-Man said he didn't like this game either.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't say that. Maybe He-Man does like this game.
No.
maybe He-Man's on crack.